Hi friends, welcome back to the Common Sense Grandma. I am Michelle, and I don't know about where you live, but here this week, next week, from the next month or two, it's going to be hot. We're going to hit the high 90s this week. And even though we have a new air conditioner we had installed last summer, it still gets hot in this kitchen when I cook. And so something I've been doing, and I thought I would share this with you, is I've been cooking in the morning and batch cooking, I guess I should say, and putting a lot of things in the freezer because my future self will thank me. You know, when it gets so hot, my husband always says, just make something really easy. And yes, I want to make something easy, but I still need to make dinner, right? And so I'm just going to share with you a few ideas of what I have done this week and what I still plan on doing next week. This is just the beginning. I'm going to do a lot of batch cooking, especially of chicken. I did ground beef this morning. I've got some freezer meals. I have some bread and hamburger buns. I did cookie dough. I did a lot of things. But you know, there's so many things that we can do with, let's say, this is freezer. It's a chicken. These are chickens that I cook them in the air fryer. And I forgot something I want to show you. Let's see if I can find it quickly. Okay. This is a seasoning mix that I made, I put together to put on the chickens. Instead of buying a rotisserie chicken, I actually don't plan on buying rotisserie chickens anymore. I don't know if you've read of how some of them are injected with salt water, you know, to make them plump up. Yeah, it tastes good, but it is very, very salty. And so I made this rub here. I will include the recipe down below. It's very simple. It's just salt, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, I think thyme. I think that's the majority of the seasonings, and it is so, so good. It is comparable to any rotisserie chicken that you can get at the store. And so what I did, I had 3 packages. We had eaten some. So let's say probably 2 of these is 1 chicken. We have the older grandkids here this week. And so yesterday for breakfast, the 17-year-old, he made an omelet with a whole package of chicken, but it did feed his Lolo, his grandpa, and his mom. But you know, with this kind of chicken, it's like just cooked shredded chicken. I tried to keep it in bigger chunks. You can do so many things with this. You can make tacos. In fact, I have a list. Where is it? Okay, I put down pesto chicken pasta, which is something that my husband and I had. That the first chicken I cooked, that's what I did with it. I bought a jar of pesto from Costco. I portioned it out into ice cube trays. I don't have those really nice silicone molds. I forget what they're called. They're very popular. My brain's not working right now. What are they called? Anyway, Super Cubes, that's the company. They look awesome, but I don't have any, so I just used ice cube trays. And I portioned them out. I got 14 cubes. So with that, combine that, a couple cubes of that with some chicken, and I can make an Alfredo, whatever, but just do like a pesto Alfredo or a regular Alfredo with this. I love pesto. So I thought, well, let's just do that. I do have basil growing, but not enough. So I've got it right here in the kitchen in the freezer, very easy to use. But again, with this chicken, you can do a pot pie, you can do tacos, you can do pretty much anything, chicken salad sandwiches, whatever. In fact, I have a list here. Chicken Caesar salad, because it's not boiled. It has more flavor when you do it like a rotisserie style. And by the way, the recipe for the air fryer, for my air fryer, preheat it for maybe 5 minutes. And then I season the chicken, both sides. I put a little olive oil and then season the chicken with my rub. And I cook it on one side for 30 minutes, flip it over and cook it another 30 minutes. And I did use the thermometer and I checked it and it was perfect. And it's so juicy. It's just delicious. And to me, that's the best way to make chicken now. I'm not going to turn on my oven unless it's early morning. And even, you know what, the air fryer, it does get the kitchen hot. I did this at 8 o'clock in the morning before the heat really set in. So make yourself some of that chicken. Now, I did make canned chicken, I think it was last week. Maybe I showed that to you, or 2 weeks ago. I did do some canned chicken, and I did black beans. And that is another, these are more meals. You can make burrito bowls, you can make burritos, you can do so many things with this. That's why I only brought out a couple jars from the back pantry. But there's so many things that you can do with that also. This is great for chicken salad sandwiches because it's soft, and just add your celery and some relish and mayonnaise and maybe a little dill, whatever you want to put in there. It's delicious. So there's another quick meal that you can do. I have hard-boiled eggs. I do those in the Instant Pot with the 5-5-5 method. Cook them for 5 minutes, let them sit in the Instant Pot for 5 minutes, release the pressure, and then plunge them in an ice bath for 5 minutes. They come out perfect every time. Now, by the way, with the rotisserie chicken, I did not waste the carcass. There was 2 of them, so I used my big Instant Pot and I made broth. I got 5 jars out of it. I did, let me see, I did mostly this size, the 3 cup, because that's my favorite. But so now we have broth also. I don't waste anything. And the chickens were on sale at Costco. They were 99 cents a pound. And it said on there, not injected with salt. So I thought, okay, so I bought 2. They were 2 packs. And then I went back the next day. I had to return something and I bought 2 more sets. So I have a lot of chickens I need to cook, but I'll get to that sometime this week. So those are the chicken items that I could pre-cook. Then I did some ground beef this morning. I actually had 5 pounds that I had planned on cooking up today for you, and I only have 3 left because one of them is that one's meatballs. One of them is, or 2 of the pounds ended up sandwiches last night, hamburgers, and I had made hamburger buns. There's only 2 left there. So this morning, before it got hot, I made more hamburger buns, and I will put this in the freezer. I will also leave the recipe down below. This is my standard whole wheat bread recipe. I do use 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour in it, and the rest is whole wheat. And I did do bread. This is the bread I did yesterday. So we're at least ahead on that. I've got veggie burgers in the freezer here that my husband and I can have. So I'm just trying to share with you some quick, easy meals that you can throw together, not stress out, and not have to be spending so much time in the kitchen when it's hot. I don't know about you, but this kitchen, there is an air conditioner vent down here, but it just does not stay cool. And if I turn the stove on, it just gets hot. So I'm trying to stay cool. These are meatballs that I made probably 2 weeks ago. We had Swedish meatballs, and so I think there's 12 here. I kept extra, put in the freezer, so this can make another meal. And by the way, you know, with the ground beef, you know what to do with it, right? There's so many different things. Tacos again, spaghetti, Korean beef. I just seasoned it with garlic salt, and that was it. So if we want to make whatever, manwiches or what is it, sloppy joes, whatever. Very, very simple. It's already cooked. You barely have to turn on the stove. I'm just trying to save you guys some time, because I'll tell you the truth. Last week, our daughter was here. She'd been working hard all day. All of us had, and it was hot. And you know what? I didn't feel like cooking, and I didn't really have anything put together other than I had the freezer meals, but I was too lazy to do that. So I went and got us Del Taco. Shame on me. And you know what? For 3 of us, it cost $25. That's highway robbery, when I could have made something very easy if I had this ready to go already and I had the energy. You know, sometimes I do get tired. I'm chasing kids around, or I'm doing whatever or the heat zaps me, I just don't feel like cooking. So we try to do things the easy way. So we've got brown sugar, garlic, chicken here. These are freezer meals for the Instant Pot or the slow cooker. This is going to be tonight's. It's a chicken curry. It says on here, add potatoes and half a can of coconut milk. I'll be doing that. This one is chicken cacciatore. I think my husband and I had this last week, and you know, I might do that chicken cacciatore tonight. We'll see, one of them. Here's the cookies that's left. I had made a big batch of cookie dough the other day. I froze half of it. I just put them in logs, wrap them in wax paper like my grandma used to do, and then wrap it with plastic wrap around it, and then take it out when it's time to bake them. Just cut them up, let it sit for a few minutes, and so easy. So these are just some of the ideas that I have to help save you your getting hot in the kitchen. I don't know. In the summer, I've gotten lazy. You know, when all the kids lived at home, when they were growing up, we didn't have a choice. We had to cook, right? But now that I'm a little older and I feel like taking it easier, why not? I'm giving myself that grace to make these easy meals. They're all healthy. I know what all the ingredients are. Yes, you're okay. Got my 15-year-old cattle dog here. She sees, I think, the chicken. She thinks she's getting some. Anyway, I hope you're all having a blessed week. Please join me again in the next video when we have some more items that I will be sharing with you that we can do to make life easier. And one little tip is to pre-wash all your vegetables for the next, however many days. I still plan on doing that either today or tomorrow morning. Get my lettuce washed, cut up vegetables for the next few days to make life easier. And a lot of times, instead of making a vegetable to go with the dinner, we just have a platter of fresh, crudité, and I have some homemade ranch, and we've got our vegetable, we're getting our fiber, and I feel good about what we're eating and not going to go get Del Taco. So please don't do what I did last week and waste $25. $25 would have bought at least 4 packs of the ground beef, and I buy the organic grass-fed ground beef. So it's a little more expensive. It's $6 a pound. So, we're doing what we can to stay healthy, right? I hope all of you are getting your exercise in. Just a little secret here. My blood pressure had been running too high. And when I had my doctor appointment a few weeks ago, all my labs came back fine. My A1C is good. And she told me, though, she said, no, I'm not putting you on blood pressure medicine. You just need to do your exercise. And friends, I have been. I've been getting in 30 minutes a day, whether it's walking or some sort of exercise. My blood pressure is back to where it's supposed to be. So no medication yet. It can be done. Please take care of yourself. We have family members relying on us. And that's what I see my role as grandma and still mom and wife, to care for our families and to feed them the best that we can and make sure they're getting all the nutrition that they need and that I need. If I don't take care of myself, I can't take care of others. So I hope you friends are getting in your exercise. I'm going to leave a link below of someone that I really enjoy doing my workouts with. If I don't go out walking, if it's too hot, or I don't feel like going on the treadmill, we have one here in the house. I do, one reason why I like to do her exercises is because, you get your upper body in. But I will leave a link. It's called Health something. I need some brain food, don't I? Improved Health, that's the name of it. I'm going to leave a link, though. I don't get paid by her. I don't know. I can't even remember her name, and she's up in Canada. But she does such a great job of inspiring us to work out. And what I like is she doesn't talk during the video. It's just music and you're just going along with her. And I like that. I don't care for the noise of somebody talking at me. I enjoy just following along with what she's doing. So there's your little health tip for this week. I hope you're all having a great week. I hope you enjoyed your 4th of July we went to our granddaughter's parade she was in, and my daughter and I ended up walking the whole parade because we wanted to follow along and get videos. So that was fun, other than some of her friends drank my water, so I didn't have my water, but that's okay. We got some lemonade afterwards. Friends, I appreciate each of you. Please take care of your families and yourself. Make sure you're eating well and getting in your exercise. Like and subscribe for some more tips. We'll have some more tips on easy meals this next week. Love and blessings to each of you. Bye.